Disclaimer, viewer discretion advised. This topic contains material that is not suited for everyone. Mental health is very serious. We strongly urge anyone who is struggling to reach out before it is too late. If you ever contemplate suicide, please dial 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You are not alone. Former LSU receiver slash NFL hopeful Kyren Lacy was found dead by apparent suicide after fleeing authorities near Houston, Texas. So I guess he got into it with a relative, and in the midst of all this, he discharged the firearm into the ground. So then police get called. He leaves. Police spot him like 10 minutes later. He flees again. Gets several miles down the road. They find the car crashed. Officers come up to the car, and then they see Lacey laying there with what appears to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Damn.
Good Lord in heaven, man. You know, this dude was going through a lot of shit too, because obviously he had that open case that was scheduled to start this past week at
Mm-hmm.
the and where he got charged with what
Yep.
negligent homicide and felony hit
Yep.
and run,
Hit
and
and run. Mm-hmm.
he supposedly dipped out on the scene after a crash that killed a 78-year-old man, and
Yep.
it was
Mm-hmm.
tragedy at its worst, man. And he's about to start going to court for this, so obviously he had a lot going on up there. His dad spoke out, urged any parents to stay on top of your kids as far as making sure they're okay mentally. Don't just settle for stuff like I'm good. It's all good. I'm okay. Stuff like that, because it can definitely be way deeper than that, as we all know. But this is fucking tragic, man. This
Yes, it
kid,
is.
is
I
it,
mean, like you said,
what is,
he had that vehicular homicide in situation that he's getting ready to go to court for. I know for me, I know I'd be fucked up from that big time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So then
yeah.
next thing you know, you discharge a weapon, whether it is on purpose or by accident, cops are called. To me, in my opinion, or I'm sure this is how I would feel like, oh no, that's going to add on to that
Right. Mm-hmm.
situation. That would be strike two.
Like I'm a loose cannon or something.
One's killing someone, albeit by accident. The other one is a weapon charge.
Mm-hmm.
That's two fucking strikes. That could be two
Yeah.
felonies right there back to back. I'm not sure
Mm-hmm.
how they were charging him or what they would have charged him with, but he could have
Two
had two
felonies.
felonies
You left.
right off
Yeah,
rip.
yeah, yeah. If you left the scene or whatever, that's
Yeah.
automatically a felony.
Hmm.
If it
So
was no injuries, it would be a felony. And then
He
you
got
kill
two
somebody
felonies.
too. Right.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so right off rip, two felonies straight out the gate. Already probably he probably would have had to go to jail for some one of that. Probably the homicide, the
Mm-hmm.
vehicular homicide at least. I don't know if he had that type of money from his NIL or or I don't know what could have happened. Nobody does
I
obviously,
don't know.
but
Yeah, he would have
yeah,
went to jail, no doubt. I
yeah,
think even though he had mental health, obviously issues going on, he was coherent enough to understand that, man, I just fucked myself good.
yeah.
You know, first obviously the crash. What is alarming is that you can get into it with a relative and it gets so heated where you discharge a firearm. You know,
Mm-hmm.
no
Yep.
matter how heated shit gets, and we all know how all that gets, Sam,
Right.
you know
Mm-hmm.
shit that like that better than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, bro, that's just so crazy. Obviously, something else is going on up there. So then you flee the sea, but he was definitely coherent enough to know that he fucked up.
Right.
He seriously fucked up, and he seriously fucked his future up. I mean, look what just happened with Henry Ruggs. He's still in prison right now for
Mm-hmm.
crazy crash that killed what, a lady and her dog, I believe it
It's
was.
like starting out, man. Nobody want to give you a chance after that stuff. I mean, he probably could have found another way to make an honest living or make a decent living just because your name at LSU. But man, to just give all that stuff up, man, for it, like you say, it had to be something that was like tormenting his mind. That stuff probably replayed in his mind
Oh yeah,
hundreds and
100%.
hundreds of times and nightmares and all
Hmm.
those things that people just don't even think about, thinking that you okay. Like, bro, you're good. Like, yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm gonna try to fight this case, yada, 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 whatever. But in the back of your mind, like, man, this shit might be the end of me for real. You
Yep.
know, they might fuck around and give me 15, 20 years because I think the dude was ex-military. You feel me? So, they take
Hmm.
care of their people and stuff like that too. So it was probably a lot of things going through his mind. I just wish he would have talked to somebody, before all that
I mean,
stuff got to.
It might not even have been 100% mental health issues. Just imagine having
The
the thought,
stress.
the
Hmm.
stress. They could have just been the entire stress. I'm not saying that he didn't have, mental health issues and depression and anxiety and all that stuff. That obviously probably magnified everything if he did have those things.
Hmm.
But just the fact of he killed someone, albeit accident or whatever, and he discharged a weapon in the vicinity of someone or at someone. I mean, that's enough to that. I can't say that I wouldn't contemplate doing the same thing, to be honest, but it wouldn't
Crazy.
be because of my mental health. It would be because I would convince myself that there's no way out of it. Like there's no
Right,
way
for
out of it,
real.
and I wouldn't want to go to jail. Sad all around, completely 100% sad. Well, gone way too soon. Terrible
Definitely.
decision making. I mean, just because look how many people do way worse shit than this, and they still make it
Get
out.
away.
They gotta pay their
Come
dues.
in.
They gotta pay their
No
dues,
question.
but once they do that, you can turn shit around. You can still make something of yourself.
Right. I think the thing too, being loved, being like a freaking pioneer, being a mentor, being like, wow, like for real, like a role model to all these people from loving you until now everybody hating you, probably getting death threats,
Oh
probably
yeah, that
getting all
too.
types of
Yep.
threats. Like, man, you done killed my uncle, this and that, whatever. Man, that shit gonna take a toll on you, bro. Like that shit
Yeah, it
gonna
is.
take a toll,
Yeah, it is.
And like I say,
Everybody ain't
we
cut out for
praying,
that.
man, we praying for his family, man. We praying. I don't know if he had kids, but praying for his kids. Like, this is not the way to go out, man. You got to do what you got to do, whatever, for your family in the long run. Everything ain't short term. Maybe it wasn't meant for you to go to the NFL right now, but still fight, still have the heart to fight through whatever comes your way.
Again, mental health is very serious, and we strongly urge anyone who is struggling to reach out before it is too late. If you've ever gotten so low to the point where you've ever contemplated suicide, please think twice and dial 988, Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Real talk.
You can text 988 as well.
Hmm. Talk to somebody, please.
Hell, if you don't even want to do that, find either one of these guys on our socials, or if you know us personally on our personal socials, find us on the podcast socials. Whatever you got to do. If I gotta sit up all night with you and talk, I don't give a shit. If it means like, I mean, I got a dear friend that I gotta talk off the ledge here and there.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I don't have a problem doing that for anybody.
That's it. For real. Got
We're here
to.
for all of it, man. We're not just the sports and the wrestling and the entertainment wagers podcast and slamming people and taking our shots here and there. We try to
Hmm.
build people up. We try to do positive things as well too. So yes,
That's it.
please feel free to reach out. If anybody needs us, we here. Everybody take care of yourselves, please.
Yes,
Yes,
Rest in
sir.
peace to Kyren Lacy. Prayers up for your family.